Okay, guys, so let's look at a couple more. I'm seeing some other interesting ones, and I wanted to do a couple more before I get into conjugates. These are the student practice ones. You're invited to try these ones. And so if we do number 9, 7i minus 5, this is going to be negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. I times I is I squared. Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. And I times no I is I. Well, this is negative 21 times negative 1, and this is plus 15i, which is 21 plus 15i. And so that's one that I wanted to do. Let's do another one before we get into conjugates. Let's do, I don't know, let's do 33. If I give you negative 2 plus square root of negative 4 squared. Okay, so what is this? This is really just negative 2 plus, this is 2i squared. So how do we solve this? This is negative 2. Some people are tempted to do this and just square this and square that. You can't do that. This is negative 2 plus 2i times negative 2 plus 2i. And so we must do the foiling. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4i. Positive 2i, negative 2, that's negative 4i, and negative, or positive 2 and positive 2, that's positive 4i squared. Okay, so let's see, this is 4 minus 8i, these are combined, plus 4 times negative 1, 4 minus 8i plus negative 4, so this is just negative 8i. So make sure, guys, if you get a squared one like that, that you square them and you do the foiling method that we use right in this step. Okay? All right, now let's talk about conjugates. If I have number 21, 2 over 3 negative I. The conjugate, when I talk about a complex conjugate, it's what you multiply that by to get rid of the I on the bottom. Okay, so to do this, it's very simple. If I tell you 3 minus I, you're going to tell me the conjugate is 3 plus I. Okay? If I said it's negative 4 minus or plus I, you're going to say the conjugate is negative 4 minus I. So notice I'm only changing the I to be negative. I want that to turn into a number. Okay, so let's go and do that real quick. If I'm going to do the conjugate here, then I'm going to use 3 plus I. And if I do it to the bottom, I'm going to do it on top as well. Okay. Oops, I don't need that parenthesis. And I'm going to actually FOIL that to both of these. This is going to distribute, and this is going to FOIL. Okay, so let's do it. We have 3 times 3, that's 9. We have 3 times I, that's 3i. We have negative I times 3, that's negative 3i. And I times I, that's positive I squared. And then next on top, we have 2 times 3, that's 6. 2 times I, that's positive 2i. Okay, so I did the top step, that's this part. Oops, I didn't mean to cover it, this part. And the bottom step was when I FOILed this and I got this. Okay, so it's not in standard form, so let's get it to standard form. So we have 6 plus 2i. Well, this is 9 cancels. That's what we wanted to happen. That's what the conjugate will do. It will get the i's to be gone. Plus negative 1. So the bottom here is 8. And the top is 6 plus 2i. Now, this is not in standard form. We can put it in standard form, and the way you do this is you write it as 2 separate fractions. We have 6 over 8 plus 2 over 8i. Well, 6 over 8, that's 3 over 4. 1 over 4. So this is 3/4 plus 1/4 I. That is in standard form, and that is the conjugate, and that is how you deal with that. Okay, so let's do number 28, which is 3 minus 4i over 4 plus 3i. See if I can rotate this a little. No, I guess not. Oh, I can move it down. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's do the conjugate. We want to rationalize the denominator, so we're going to take the conjugate of only the bottom. We don't worry about the top. The conjugate down here is going to be 4 minus 3i. That's 4 minus 3i. Now, if you're unsure if you got the right conjugate, when you multiply them and distribute, it should cancel out the i's on the bottom. If it doesn't, then you've used the wrong conjugate. So, let's distribute. We have 4 times 4, that's 16. I'm going to write it a little bit lower. 16. 4 times negative 3, that's negative 12i. 3i plus times 4 is 12i. And 3i and negative 3i is negative 9i squared. Alright. And then we're going to do the top. So 3 times 4, that's 12. 3 times negative 3, that's negative 9i. 4, negative 4i and 4, that's negative 16i. And negative 4i and negative 3, that's positive 12i squared. Alright, now we have simplifying to do, so let's do it. We have 12 minus 25i plus 12 times negative 1. We have 16. These canceled, so we have the right conjugate, minus 9 times negative 1. I think. Yeah, that's good. So this is 12 minus 25i minus 12 over 16 plus 9. Oh, wow, this is going to be a really nice answer. 12 minus 12 is 0. Negative 25i over 25, which is negative I. So we got a really nice answer that time. In general, guys, that won't be the case. You know, I've done so many examples, and that's the first time I've ever had one work out that nicely. So if this was standard form, it would be 0 minus I guess, technically. But I guess that's fine. Alright, so as far as conjugates go, guys, just know how to find those. Remember, you just look at the bottom. You're going to change the sign on the I or the second term. And if they cancel out, then you are good to go. Thank you, guys.